Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I'm here with my colleague, Jeff. He is the Rocky Mountaineer guru, and he's going to make you want to be on this train tomorrow. So, without any further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Jeff, and we will have time for questions afterwards.
Oh,
Take it
thank you
away,
so
sir.
much. Thank you, Yuri. Hello, everyone. Just to give a small little background about myself, I've been with Rocky Mountaineer coming up to 11 years. I'm a key account manager overseeing our top key accounts. So, and in regards to this trip specifically, First Passage to the West, this is a group package that Yuri has been working with my team on, really thinking of what's the best way to do this and putting that together. And I have to tell you, she is great at what she does, not only with you know, luxury train travel, but for any of your travel purposes, she's a preferred partner of ours. So I really highly recommend working with her for all your travel needs. And I'm sure since you're here watching this live or another time that works best for you, you're already doing that. So just know you're working in great hands and she's one of the best. So she put this group package together, and I've personally done this exact same trip over 10 times. So I have firsthand knowledge, experience. We can get into the weeds of details of like which restaurants to go to and things like that. So there's no bad question, to be quite honest with you. And if you have questions throughout this time that we're talking, you are able to use the chat box, I believe. Hopefully you can. And you can just type in that chat box any question you have. Everyone will see it unless you direct it directly towards me. But right now it's set up so everyone will see what you write. And I'll be answering those as I go. But you can also wait to the end and we can cover any questions that you may have on the top of your mind at that point. So this will be about 20 minutes in length, maybe 25. It's not going to be crazy. And so plenty of time at the end, of course. Thank you again, everyone. Here we go. So Rocky Mountaineer. Who are we? Well, we are a train and tour operator. We've been doing this now for 35 years. It's a luxury, fine dining, seamless travel experience. Note, you never sleep on board. You stay in hotels every night because when you're sleeping, you're missing the sights, the scenery, the wildlife, the wilderness, and it'll end up being one of the most expensive naps of your life. So you just don't sleep on board. And we're taking you to some of the most beautiful, breathtaking places in the incredible Canadian Rockies. And so you'll be seeing Banff and other incredible sights and scenery in this beautiful, lush, just I would say Rocky Mountain area. It's beautiful. And you'll see pictures here of what exactly what it's all entailing. So I'm first going to start with a quick it's about a minute and 5 second video that intros you into the world of Rocky Mountaineer. Now, upon testing everything, I believe there may be no sound to this. So real quick, did anyone hear that? Yudi, no. Yudi says no. Okay, so that's good. It does not work, so I can talk to it, but this is a great quick minute video, and I'll just share with you some of the ins and outs as I go back to it. Excuse me. Here we go. So I'm gonna mute it. See if I can turn it down because it's loud on my end. Let me tell you. Of course, it doesn't want to do that. Hold on. Well, that right there is the actual First Passage to the West. I have a video that I'll be sharing with you also in a couple slides that mirrors and shows the highlights of this route that you'll be taking from Vancouver into the beautiful Canadian Rockies. This video is called Glimpses of Amazing. And I know it may seem like the video's in slow, but actually our train is going to get you from point A to point B, but it's not about the speed. Our average train speed is only 30 miles an hour. We slow down to less than 5 miles an hour for the bridges, the waterfalls, the wildlife, the wilderness along the way. So you're not missing anything, which is quite ideal. And if you're thinking of like, well, I don't want to unpack and pack and unpack again, we don't want you to either. And we don't want you burning any calories. So what we'll do is take your luggage from you and put it on a truck. The only thing to bring on the train with you is your camera, camcorder, wallet, cell phone, purse, ID, medication. Keep it light, keep it simple. And when you get to places like Kamloops or Banff, before you even get off the train, we give you your hotel room key. You've already been checked into the hotel. You'll hop off, head over to your hotel and find your room. And inside your room, your luggage will be waiting for you next to your bed. In order to minimize the calories you're burning, we ask you to leave your luggage exactly how you found it. You'll see the next destination, a true seamless experience, to say the least. Now, the map you're seeing on your screen is all of the routes we have in the Canadian Rockies. We have three different train routes. The green route takes you north to Whistler and then into Quesnel, an old gold miners town, and then over to Jasper. The blue route is the journey through the clouds into also Jasper. And then the red route is the route that's our most popular route, and this is the route that Yuri has put together for you all, called our First Passage to the West. This goes eastbound or westbound. Now, thankfully, Yuri has taken some great advice and is going eastbound, and that's my favorite direction. First, because when you go from Vancouver heading east, the hills become mountains, the mountains become glaciers, the wildlife gets so much more amazing, and the best is yet to come. The incredible Canadian Rockies. And so definitely go in the right direction. You will slowly head back this way and then fly home from Calgary. It's a really, I would say it's a good sized city with a great airport that has direct flights into the US, and you can go through customs before even leaving Canada. So when you land in the US, you can get through all that real quickly, which is quite nice. So the package of when this is taking place is going to be May 27th, 2026, and going until June 2nd of 2026. As a group, if the interest is there, then we're going to pretty much secure everything and lock it all into place, because this is kind of like a preliminary, if you will, presentation, seeing if there's interest there. Then we will have the hotels locked in, ready to go, and we will also, I was going to say, uh, be able to. Oh man, my train of thought just went out the window, and it's late for me, but it's not an excuse. I was just gonna say, oh, you're gonna be traveling together the entire time. So you're on the train together, same motor coaches, same tours, same hotels. So you really get to know the people you're traveling with, and it makes it quite nice because you're seeing the same faces every day, and it's usually a fantastic peace of mind knowing you're with the right group at the right time, and seeing something so unique and different close to home. Um, so from May until June, which is a perfect also time of the year. And actually, let me just mention that. In regards to times of year, I always recommend end of May, beginning of June. It's for five reasons. One, weather is around mid 60s to mid 70s in the day, and in the evening, it gets down to the 60s and even 50s, depending. But weather's perfect. And if you go before mid-May, there's more chances of rain. That's why I really like going closer to end of May. Second reason, less crowds, less traffic, less congestion, less people overall. Third reason, more wildlife to be seen. So lots of bear sightings and such. We'll actually get to wildlife in a little bit. I have a slide on that. Fourth reason, hotels being a little bit cheaper than later in. After mid-June, the pricing goes up a lot, the premium pricing. So you're saving, a couple $1,000s per couple by going earlier in the season. And the fifth and best reason, chances of a forest fire are slim to none, which I really, really like. So what I thought was going to make the most sense, so that the whole package, we really, just I would say, answers all your questions you may have. I would like to go day by day in chronological order, talking about the hotels, talking about the tours, getting down to the details. And so that's what we're going to do. So you would fly into Vancouver International Airport. And when my slides decide to move, there we go. Vancouver is a beautiful town. You have the Stanley Park, which is that island you see right there with all the big trees and everything. You have the cruise port where the cruise ships are on the bottom right. You are locked in right now at a superior accommodation. And so that's going to be a fantastic property, which will be assigned once we secure everything. But the cool thing about downtown Vancouver, everything's pretty close. There's tons of great restaurants. It's a very safe city. And there's just lots to see and do, to say the least. You'll have a full day of leisure. You'll fly in on the, what was it, the 27th. And then on the next day, you'll have a full meal at the hotel accommodation. And so that is a full group meal that's already been built into the package. And I believe that is going to be a breakfast on the next day. And you have a full free day of leisure to see the sights and scenery of Vancouver. And so I would say 2 nights in Vancouver. The first one is a free day, leisure. Breakfast starts, and that's the most important meal of the day. In fact, Judy has included breakfast on all days. So you always start with energy, which is really ideal. On May 29th, your third day, you'll be boarding the train, and you'll be heading on the first passage to the west. You're boarding between
James, get down.
you're boarding between 8 and
Okay.
9 in the morning. And
Get
real
down
quick,
right now.
I'm just going to, there's a little bit of background noise. I apologize. So there we go. You're going to board the train between 8, 9 in the morning. Luggage, once again, will be handled and taken right from you, put on a truck. Bring your small things that you need with you. And then you'll be heading eastbound, going to some beautiful places. I have a quick video that I was told does work. So, Yudi, when I press play on this, will you just give me a thumbs up if it's working appropriately? Here we go.
As the vibrancy of Vancouver slowly evaporates in the distance, the majestic coast mountains rise up to greet you. Find yourself on a historic journey that retraces the route of the great 19th century explorers. Your imagination travel along with the first pioneers, across rushing rivers, through magnificent canyons, alongside sheer rock faces, but with the unparalleled luxury and service the early explorers could never dream of. Marvel in awe as you cut through ancient gray-green volcanic rocks that are 200 million years old. Well, give or take a million. Now you find yourself back in 1885 at Craigellachie, the famous site of the last spike, where Canada's east and west were finally united by 3,200 kilometers of track. With vivid historic imagery still in your mind, the awe-inspiring natural beauty continues to unfold before your eyes. Like those who came before you, your journey follows the Kicking Horse River deep into the breathtaking Canadian Rockies. Here's your chance to bring out your inner landscape photographer. Next up, the legendary spiral tunnels, which opened in 1909. Twist your way through the engineering marvel that proved to be the most difficult terrain to break on Canada's railroad. By now, you're as steeped in history as the vertical drops of the magnificent mountains you pass by. Postcard images continue to appear around every bend until eventually, world-famous Banff comes into view, and you're left wondering how it's possible to travel both forwards and backwards in time. The first passage to the west. Now, who says you can't travel through time?
All right. So something I want to just point out there, the spiral tunnels. Built in 1909. Before that, there was a lot of train accidents. And so this is something very unique because we're the only passenger carrying train in the world allowed to go through the spiral tunnels. And so these spirals, you'll go through a tunnel, spiral going up in elevation, come out of that tunnel and go around the circumference of that mountain, offering spectacular views. Go into another tunnel, spiral a different direction, coming out again another 500, 600 feet. And now the views that are on one side of the train, 500, 600 feet below, now the views are on the other side of the train. And you continue to go around the circumference. You keep going up in elevation, where most places in the world, you're near the bottom looking up at these mammoth mountains. But on Rocky Mountaineer, you're near the top looking down. And I know you saw some bridges on there that are quite incredible, and that's what they are. They're just amazing to be on and on a train. And just to share, if you're scared of heights, you don't look. But I will tell you, we've in the 35 years of operating, we've had zero I would say accidents of any kind, nothing. And I'm not knock on wood because I don't want to ever say there will be one, but we really are going at such a slow pace, and it's quite unique experience to say the least that you will honestly remember for the rest of your life. So pretty unique place to say the least. The train car you'll be utilizing is GoldLeaf, and that is our premium luxury top of the line coach. 2-story bi-level coach dome, 360-degree dome windows on the top level. This offers incredible views, so you're really able to take advantage of the incredible sights and scenery, the glaciers, the bald eagles looking down on you. You have a downstairs area where those picture windows are, and that is your dining area. So instead of eating at your seat like most trains you do, here you have your full dining area. You have an outdoor veranda space where you see people hanging out right there that holds comfortably 15 to 20 people. And that's where you can soak in the scenery that passes by at such a slow speed. Upstairs, we have 4 hosts who are going to really handle the commentary. They're going to do storytelling. They're going to tell jokes. They'll keep you entertained, aware of everything coming up ahead. They're going to also serve all your drinks. Everything on the train is all inclusive. So alcohol, non-alcoholic, and food. And when I say food, it's a feast for the senses. I'm talking fine dining. Food cooked made to order a few feet away from where you're sitting. You're looking at 1 to 2 appetizer options, 5 to 6 entree options, multiple dessert options to change daily for all of your meals on board. If you have any dietary restrictions or mobility concerns, please let Yuri know so we can make sure we're set on our end. We have gluten-free options. We have vegetarian options. The one item that makes it difficult to do is kosher meals. Everything else, though, is pretty much doable. And when it comes to mobility concerns, we have lifts and elevators that take you from the ground to all of our train cars and lifts on our GoldLeaf car. So if you want to minimize the calories, or you are honestly a wheelchair user and steps is not your forte, we can get you up and down and everywhere you want to go easily, just letting Yuri know ahead of time. And the outdoor viewing platform is my favorite place to definitely be. Like I said, it's very spacious. You have speakers out here to hear the commentary of what's being offered inside. It's my place that I just love to see this incredible wildlife. And speaking of wildlife, you're looking for brown, black, grizzly bears, moose, elk, deer, coyotes, bighorn sheep, bald eagles. The middle is actually a video of mine. It's not that great because it's shaky a lot, but this is on the train in 2023. And this is in the spring. This is actually around the same dates that you're looking at going in 2026. It was close to end of May. That is a white grizzly bear, a 1 in a million grizzly bear, known as the spirit bear, hanging out with another grizzly bear. The photo on the top right is the same grizzly bear in 2024, also around mid-May. And now I had two bear cubs. There's another bear cub underneath its legs. You can't really see it. And you can see that childbirth made its hair turn a bit gray. But still, quite remarkable. And the reason why I think it's so great to show these is that if you notice on the train tracks, we're going about 2-3 miles an hour. There's no fences, there's no barriers, there's nothing keeping these wildlife off. And the freight that are operating on these tracks is most of the times carrying produce, grain, wheat, and barley. That falls all the time. So the animals you see on the screen here, they think it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner time whenever they hear a train on the tracks, and they come out from the mountains, the riverbeds, and such, and it can turn into a train safari, especially during the springtime every single year. The bears are hungry, they're coming out of hibernation, and they're foraging, and they definitely can get a free meal by the tracks. And this exact spot for both of the pictures in 2023 and 2024 was between Lake Louise and Banff on the train. So just giving you that idea, you really, really, really want to be like a bug to the window, looking at everything between, really, I would say, 2 hours outside of Lake Louise all the way through Banff, because that's where you get the majority of the wildlife. You'll be arriving in Kamloops between, I would say, 5 and 7 p.m. Have breakfast and lunch served on board the train. Once again, your luggage will be transported to your room. You don't have to handle it. It will be waiting for you upon arrival. You will give you a room key. You'll head right to your room, and your luggage will be there. Next day, leave it exactly how you found it. You'll see the next hotel. I will also mention this is a very small town, nestled between the Rockies and Vancouver. You can really see the entire city. I would call it a town, not a city, in about 30 minutes or less. There's two hotels that the GoldLeaf trains utilize, and it's going to be either it's called the oh my gosh, wow, it's we just bought the hotel, so I'm pretty sure we changed the name from Hotel 540 to the Delta. No, it would be from the Delta. It's Hotel 540, I want to say, is the name of it. We just purchased it, so we own it now. And there's also another property called the Sandman. And so both of them are located in the heart of downtown, about 2 blocks away from each other. If you're at Hotel 540, then you would take a left, and about a block away is a restaurant called the Noble Pig. It's my favorite restaurant in Kamloops. It's a brewery as well. It does a lot of local cuisine, and it is so delicious. So if you are hungry after eating all day, which sometimes maybe you are, I highly recommend that place as a great little spot to grab a drink and have a little bite to eat of local cuisine, like bison and buffalo. There's elk and caribou, and yeah, everything. So pretty unique and pretty cool place. And then you're getting into beautiful Banff, arriving here between 6 and 7 p.m., having breakfast and lunch served on board the train. And this is a place where you really, really want to just kind of slow down time as much as possible. You will be staying in an incredible superior property. Transfers are all included on all this package, so you'll be having transfers to and from the train station and back and everything. But you get here to Banff, and you're going to be spending, which I believe, just want to make sure, yeah, 2 nights in Banff. You'll arrive in the evening, check in. Next day, you have a full breakfast included. So once again, all breakfasts that are not on the train, because on the day we are on the train, you have breakfast there. Breakfasts throughout the whole entire package are all built into it. Free day in Banff. And Banff has so much to see and do. It has a beautiful downtown area. That's Mount Grundle that you're seeing right there on your screen. About 40 restaurants, all within walking distance to all the hotels. You have tons of unique shopping and such. There's museums, there's caves, there's hiking trails, there's waterfalls. You will also be taking a tour on the outskirts of Banff when you leave Banff and head towards Calgary. And that touring is going to consist of the gondola. Real quick, let me address the top picture. There's actually hot springs in Banff. And if you were to go to the side of Sulphur Mountain, there are free shuttles to take you up there, as well as if you stay at the Rimrock, it's another hotel that across the street are the hot springs. And so these are open throughout the morning, afternoon, and the evening. And it's just like a giant pool, but a giant hot tub in the middle of Banff. And that's available. The shopping, of course, is there. Your touring starts usually with a gondola up to the top of Sulphur Mountain, which gives you a incredible 360 view of all the glaciers in the distance, downtown Banff. It is an amazing gondola ride, to say the least, and it's definitely a highlight for sure. You also go to the Hoodoos, which is some unique topography in the mountain ranges, and then you'll be seeing Bow Falls, a mammoth monster waterfall out there, and you also will be at the Surprise Corner, which is some beautiful sights of the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. It's like a castle. And so then after all those stops and viewpoints, you will have the quick little ride of about, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour into downtown Calgary. Now, the motor coaches you're using are not yellow buses or Greyhound buses. These are a fleet of motor coaches operated by Brewster. These were all refurbished during COVID. Leather seats throughout, TVs showing what the driver is seeing up ahead. You have a tour guide on board, or you also have your driver substitutes as well as a guide itself. So either be two people on there, one is a guide, one is a driver, or the driver is so good at what he does, he can do it while he drives. But no matter what, you will have a fully guided tour. And if you reach the minimum amount of guests for the group, this will be private guide, private tour, which makes it really, really nice. And usually they can do some extra things or stay a little bit longer in certain places when it's private. Just throwing it out there. But definitely really something to look forward to. Calgary, like I said, nice little city. It's known for the Winter Olympics. You'll see the ski jumps and the bobsled and all that stuff. It's also known for barbecue food. There's a certain time in the year, every July, they have the Calgary Stampede, which brings in over 1 million visitors, and it's all about rodeos and bullfighting and such like that. So that's the big excitement in Calgary. But the town is very easy to navigate. It's on like a grid. There are several streets that are just loaded with restaurants. They're close to cars, so it's pedestrian safe. And all the hotels we utilize are all located around that area, so it's not a far walk to see the main downtown area of Calgary. And then the airport is about 30 minutes away. You wake up the next day, you'll have breakfast at your hotel, and then you have to go to the airport because all good things must come to an end. And that'll be around the beginning of June. I have two other slides left real quick. Have any of you ever heard of a site called TripAdvisor? It's a place where people spew hate and anger and negative feedback. Note that we've been on there since TripAdvisor's been around. It's a 0.0 to 5.0 scale, 5 being the best of the best. Rocky Mountaineer has maintained a 4.5 or higher every single season. We have more awards and accolades than the Orient Express. National Geographic has given us best training trip that takes several years in a row now, and all this means to you, I hope, is peace of mind. Whether you travel with us next year, maybe this year, or if those dates don't work, please do connect with Yuri and let her know what dates you are interested in. We also have a full train and touring throughout the U.S., going in between Denver, the U.S. Rockies, and into Moab, home to Arches, Canyonlands, Dead Horse Point. And then we have touring and sightseeing taking you into Bryce and Zion and overnighting in Bryce and then into Las Vegas or Salt Lake City. So a lot of options there in case you want to do something closer to home. And last but not least, give me a thumbs up, Judy, if you can, if there's actual audio to this.
Okay, describe to me the experience of the Rocky Mountaineer.
Gosh. It's hard to describe the feeling aboard Canada's Rocky Mountaineer. Experience it for yourself.
All right. And so now I welcome you to unmute yourself or use the chat box. this is a great opportunity for any questions you may have. And thank you again for your time today. I do appreciate it. Yuri, please unmute yourself too. And if you'd like to add anything, perhaps I missed something or you want to, share anything relevant, floor is yours.
No, that was great. I like that you went through day by day, and like you mentioned, if this is too long of a trip, I can set up something not in our group. Happy to do it. I did do the Moab to Denver and it was fabulous. So if Canada's too far away, you can go to Utah and Colorado.
Yeah, the really cool thing about this, and once again, UD tried to put the best together, have an incredible, it's the most popular route getting into Banff, but you can customize a lot of things. And so this is just a fantastic package that if you like it and love it and the dates work for you, let her know so that we can secure it and get everything going. But it would be, I think, an incredible experience to say the least. Oh, let me just stop sharing. There we go.
I had a question.
Yes.
What is the difference? I was trying to find it on your website. What is the difference between the gold and the silver?
Yeah, Silverleaf is a train service that is a single-story car as opposed to a two-story car. Silverleaf, you have a much higher, I would say, ceiling, so a little bit more, but it's got an arch window. Let me see if I can really quickly just kind of show you some imagery so you can see it exactly what it looks like. 2 seconds here as I pull this up. But you have 2 to 3 hosts as opposed to 4. The outdoor veranda space holds around 4 to 6 people as opposed to 20.
Okay.
Let me see here. I have it here actually. So this is going to work to our benefit. Oh, it's just one picture. Well, it's still going to help. It gives you something here. Pull this. 2 seconds.
Every time I tried to compare them on the website, it just kept taking me to gold.
Yeah, well, that's funny. Here, I'm going to share my
sign,
screen.
Shelby.
Right, exactly. You don't want silver, you want gold.
Yeah, silver, you have your meals at your seat.
You'll be
With
eating at your
gold, you go
seat.
downstairs.
So you
Okay.
can see on your screen now, I hope you see it. Do you see the custom designed Silverleaf coach?
No, you have to share this. You got to share your.
It didn't work yet. Sorry, I apologize.
Oh,
Let's try
here
that
we go.
again.
There it is.
Okay.
Hey, it works. So you see how it's not a full 360 dome, it's an arch window.
Okay.
You're going to be eating at your seat. It's also less variety of food options. You're looking at 1 to 2 appetizer options and 2 to 3 entree options and a dessert option that change daily for your meals on board. You have a small outdoor veranda space, like I said. So it definitely would bring the price down. However, I personally would not. I would do the train service as the GoldLeaf. You just get more bang for the buck. The fine dining, the outdoor veranda space to me sells it. Just going out there and being able to breathe that fresh mountain air and have space to take video and pictures, and the food is just that much more incredible. So I would honestly downgrade the hotel, especially places like Vancouver and Calgary, to a 3 or 4 star property like a Marriott, Hyatt, Sheraton, and then upgrade the train. But of course, everyone has a different budget. Yuri is in charge here, so I'm just sharing my opinion. That's all.
Well, and that's kind of why I picked the superior, like the middle hotels instead of the top of the line, because we're basically sleeping there and that's it. So
Exactly. Yeah, I
That
mean,
makes sense.
sorry.
I said, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was just,
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out on the website. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what is
hopefully
it?
that painted a much better picture.
Yep, that was perfect.
Yeah. And if you do the US route, they only offer Silverleaf because the size of the train for GoldLeaf would not fit through the tunnels. Is that right, Jeff?
It's too tall, and we looked at everything, lowering the suspension, which would make it more bumpy for our guests, but we still couldn't do it. So unfortunately, Silverleaf is in the US. Canada is really focused on GoldLeaf. We do have about 2 Silverleaf cars up there, I believe, for the first passage to the west. So it is possible to use Silverleaf up there, but we have tons of GoldLeaf, like 50 GoldLeaf cars, which sell out every year. So it's much more popular.
Wow. It looks beautiful now. I just want to move to Canada.
Banff it's a cute little town. We've been there. It's been several years, but it's nice because it's walkable. And like Jeff mentioned, there's lots of restaurant options and
Yeah.
cute little shops. And
And
I'm ready
most likely the hotel that you're going to be assigned, being a superior category, is going to be located right in downtown Banff. And then if you have any mobility issues, you can use your hotel room key in Banff and get a free shuttle ride to and from downtown and back to the hotel. So
nice.
that's another big plus right there. But the convenience and location is really key. And if you do GoldLeaf in Kamloops, you're staying in one of those 2 properties I mentioned, and it's in the heart of downtown. If you do Silverleaf, you're motor coach up to the top of the hillside of Kamloops, and so you could stage your hotel up there, or there's also a casino on the top of the hill, which if you want to go lose some money to some Indians, you could do that. Or you could take a motor coach down to the downtown, but you just have to give yourself a 15-20 minute bus ride back and forth, as opposed to walking out of your hotel and going to see the town itself. So just being as factual as possible. I don't want to give them too much, but I'm just trying to be real.
Perfect.
Oh, that's
Awesome. Thanks for inviting me, Yuri.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Answer
2027,
any
here
other
I
question.
come.
All right. Well, this was
Anybody else have
recorded.
any?
And
Nope.
if you have nothing else, please make sure you connect with Yuri. But I cannot thank you all enough for your time. And Yuri, I'll let you close it out. This is your show. So
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I know we're all busy, so I appreciate you taking the time to meet Jeff and learn about the Rocky Mountaineer, and hopefully he made you want to jump on tomorrow, just like I want to.
For sure.
All right, everybody have a great evening.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah,
You
thanks very
too.
much.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.